Alright, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Metaphor Assault Squad 2. Today we are hopefully starting off with a new series I plan to have on my channel, a series in which we look at either historical or non-historical battles and try to recreate them to a certain degree. With that being said, today's battle is the battle for the Kapelle-Schwyz, which took place in early 1945 in the Netherlands, in which the Canadian army went up against a sort of thrown-together force of German army and Fallschirmjäger units. Before we get going with the battle, I would quickly like to take a look at the units and their weapons that will be fighting on both sides of these videos. If you're not interested in that, feel free to check the link in the description, a timestamp to get you straight to the battle. If you're still with us, let's check out the Canadian section. So first up, they are a 10-man section with 6 dedicated riflemen, a section leader armed with a Sten gun, an assistant section lead, and a machine gunner who also has a buddy who is carrying his ammo and is his general assistant with extra barrels and even sometimes binocular to try and see where the shots are going. So here on the left, we have the 7-man assault section led by the squad leader with the Sten gun. And on the right, we have the 3-man support section with the Bren, the ammo bearer / assistant, and the 2 IC. The idea would be that if it was just one section moving, the Bren gun and the assistant and a 2 IC would provide cover or suppressive fire while the rest of the 7-man's team moved up, cleared a position, then they would cover the Bren team, and the same thing would happen where the Bren team set up, covers the assault section, etc., etc. As you can see here, a whole rifle company is ready to take on the Germans. They were transported here in 3 trucks, 2 Bren carriers, there's also a Bren mortar carrier, and we have the famous export version of the M4 Sherman, the M4A4. So with that being said, this is the Canadian side of things looked at, and I wanted to make this battle the first sort of episode of this series. I am Dutch, and I live in Canada now. I've been for almost 3 years, and only a week or so ago it was Veterans / Memorial Day. And the Canadians were a very large part to liberating the Netherlands. Also the British and the Americans, they were as well. But the Canadians will always be remembered by the Dutch people because they went an extra step. They went to rescue the Netherlands, whereas the British and the Americans pushed into Germany when a part of our country was liberated. The Canadians actually went into our country and they bled and they fought some really, really, really hard battles, which you may look at in the future. And I think it is very appropriate for me as a Dutch person now living in Canada to make this first episode basically around Canadians. Whereas the organization for the Allies during World War II was relatively standard, especially later on in the war, German standardization for a squad was relatively not very standard by any means. Basically, they had to replace people, they didn't really have enough leaders, and they definitely didn't have enough weapons, even though they on paper should have had, let's say, X STGs. There really wasn't ever that many for a squad available. So here we have the mixed match of Army and Fallschirmjäger personnel. On the right side here, we have the assistant and the squad leader. Next to him, we have 2 riflemen. We have a MG42 and his assistant, who are both wearing camouflage on their helmets to try and, if they're prone and they're peeking through a bush, it might help them not being spotted as easily. We have an STG-44 personnel man here armed with a Panzerfaust, a standard rifleman, the FG-42, the workhorse of the Fallschirmjäger, though they were supposed to replace the Kar-98s, they, well, never really did in any sort of large number. And then we have 1 more regular rifleman. This puts the squad at 5 automatic weapons. So here's a look at our German battle group for today. We have 6 squads, we have 2 MG42s on Lafette tripods, and we have 1 Sturmgeschütz 3. Now there is one small difference here. I did assign 1 sniper with a Kar-98K with a scope to this sort of oversized platoon. It is kind of hard to find accurate German late World War II squad or platoon makeups, so I kind of made this one up myself. using some sources here and there. If you have any information and whether you think I made a mistake either with the Germans or with the Canadians, feel free to let me know. I am always very interested in learning and reading up what you guys have to say in a comment section. And if I ever do end up doing another late war German battle, I can definitely use that knowledge in a future video. Well, now I'm going to set up my units and we're going to get the battle going. Alright, I think we're good to get going. So I've turned off the map. I'll be honest with you, I don't really remember where I put everything down. I think we'll also turn off the unit color so we can't really see units, at least for the time being. And we'll move up all of our mechanized stuff together with the first platoon. And we'll actually move second platoon up in a position where they can support the first platoon in case anything happens. So now obviously I do sort of know where I put stuff down, but I definitely don't remember it very well. So the idea here would be is that we're just gonna clear the town and hopefully we can recreate the battle in which the Canadians ended up winning, I believe due to the Germans surrendering because they were basically done for. They lost, I believe, over 2/3 of their initial force. I believe they lost over 250 men of the 300 something that were there. So they surrendered more or less because they were out of men to throw into battle. They were pushing up. I don't know where these guys are crawling. Let's get them up. In the meantime, let's get our Bren carriers forward. Bren carriers, I do like these things. It is an awesome little piece of machinery, especially having that ability to transport your infantry fast and like across open fields, but still have the weaponized ability of a Bren machine gun is actually really awesome to me. So bringing the Bren carriers up, we have first platoon has now just reached the front. Okay, let's see what we can really see from here. Not a lot, so we're gonna have to send a... Oh, we actually do have something shooting at us. So let's get off the road here. Let's move a little bit left and use these Bren carriers to maybe get a little bit of stuff happening as we load Willie Pete for our mortar Bren carrier. Always good to start off with some war crimes. Actually, would Willie Pete be considered a war crime in World War II? I'm actually not really sure. Oh crap! They may have shot at my machine gunner. Okay, well there goes the Bren carrier crew. That's not a good start at all. At least our machine gunner is still up. It looks like we just lost a rifleman. Let's push him back on this wall. Obviously the Germans we're facing are relatively well armed and not so much highly trained. Later war Fallschirmjäger are definitely not anywhere near as well trained as you know, the initial 2-3 Fallschirmjäger regiments. However, obviously their level of equipment in general in German military in World War II was obviously a lot more automatic, like we already discussed. So in CQB, the Germans would always have a large advantage when it comes to facing the at least the British and the Canadians, obviously considering they only had bolt action rifles for the majority of their men and only 1 or 2 automatic weapons per section. Obviously if you take the MG as one and the SMG as another one, and you have 2. We just set the barn on fire. I mean, we're supposed to liberate this country, boys. Wasn't really meaning to hit that necessarily, but well, let's load another Willie Pete shell and try and take out whatever is over here. There might be this machine gun that's still over here, so maybe we can load a decent Willie Pete shell relatively close on the... No, that was nowhere near again. Okay, well, we'll have to deal with it for right now, as we are losing men left, right, and center quite fast, which was to be expected facing the, like I said, more automatic German superiority when it comes to these offenses. They're definitely going to have the advantage, whereas the Canadians have a big advantage in long range and medium range engagements. The Germans are just superior in these medium range defenses. Now we could reman this Bren carrier, which I really want to do, so let's put 2 riflemen in there as we move our Sherman up. Obviously we have to be very careful. The Germans are equipped with Panzerfausts, AT grenades, and they still have that Sturmgeschütz somewhere here in the area. I believe I just saw it fire from back there. Brand carrier, let's move you up. We don't really have a lot of men left. We're getting sort of decimated by the Germans at the moment. AP is loaded. Oh, I think we just found the Stug. I don't think we have eyes on it from here, but there's definitely, okay, it's right there. Let's try and be careful. Wow, something blew up that building. Was it my HE shell that did it? Anyway, let's load another shell in there. Look, we're to liberate the Dutch, but at the same time, we can't just be, you know, losing people for no reason. Let's put another gunner in the Bren machine gun, as we've lost the majority of this squad. My lord, okay. Let's actually get off of this road area because it's getting way too aggressive there. Stug has been found. Brand carrier, let's kind of watch out here. Alright, first unit that's going to push towards the river. Don't know if that was a kill or no, it did not look like a kill. Infantry is still being engaged. We're trying to take out the Sturmgeschütz at the moment. I'll be honest with you, playing a lot of Men of War and especially Robz, I have this sort of love-hate relationship with Sturmgeschütz 3 and 4. I always really feel like they're really damn strong against anything American that isn't armed with a 76 or bigger. I always just really hated going up against Sturmgeschützes in multiplayer with a Sherman or a T-34 76, Sherman 75. I never was really a fan of it because I always felt like I was at a super big disadvantage. Also, it seems like I can't aim. Is this thing broken? I don't think it is. I can't seem to aim the Bren machine gun though. We are losing men left, right, and center. We have lost about a platoon's worth. The thing is, medicing is turned off at the moment, so there's no way for me to heal up my troops at the moment. We're gonna actually just drive through and hopefully get past the Sturmgeschütz's vision. Don't think it has eyes on us right now, and we got past it. Okay, good. Now we just have to get a squad on the left side. Sorry, section, not squad. And we might have to call in. I guess we still have 2 or 3 squads back here. Okay, let's start calling those in as well. As we use our mortar to... Our mortar should still have some ammo left. Okay, we're actually pretty good. Let's load some Willy Pete. Oh, looks like we have tracked the Sturmgeschütz, which is perfect. Now we just have to find a way to dislodge, obviously, their troops from the area. Let's get our Sherman to push past this Bren carrier. We need some infantry up front because we're not really safe out here at the moment, so we need to get some infantry up front. Let's switch these around. So this squad pushes up as this squad pushes around to the riverside. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Oh, we're gonna hit. Run, 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 run. Oh no, get down. Oh, we made it. There's still men running. Machine gunner. Oh no, that's not the machine gunner. Okay, he's still alive. Good, good, good. Germans are obviously very heavily entrenched here, which is causing quite a few issues so far. I'm not sure why my machine gun isn't working anymore, so this is no longer an effective vehicle. Get off the road! Oh no, we didn't even make it across here. Another one, go, 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 go. Whew, we barely made it. Not a lot of health left there. This unit isn't really doing too hot either. There's a German like right here. Why haven't we not shot this guy yet? Where's my machine gunner? I need to actually set these guys up somewhere, but I don't really have... Guess I can put them in the windows right here. So let's put them in the windows. Any sort of position that we can use against them would be amazing. And then we'll use this little wood log area here. There we go. Okay, he is down. So it leaves us to have to move across the river here. There's another German right up here. We are... okay, we're doing okay. A medic could be... Or some healing would be good. Alright, let's take these 4. Okay, we didn't make it across the river that time, so we're crossing. Well, it's more like a little pond or creek. It's not. Well, it's not a pond. It's more of a creek than a river. But no, stay out. Don't get in the open. What are you doing? I didn't know the Canadians were given whiskey rations before being sent into battle. Okay, so we've managed to get across the river. The Stuga's been disabled for the time being. We actually do have quite a few infantry left. Would be good to get another rifleman in here. Let's spread out more towards the left. This open area on the right has just totally been a disaster zone for anything involving our guys. This is also not really working. The Bren carrier again being useless, so let's get our men out. There is multiple infantry still engaging these guys, so let's push them left. We'll push them around the river since we do sort of have this secured. Well, secure might be a big word for it, but we have it at least safe at the moment. Load some more HE shells as we push up our Bren carrier. It'd be nice to take out that machine gun. Okay. I guess worst case scenario, we can always call in an extra company of Canadians in case we are having a harder time dealing with the Germans than the High Command initially thought. Let's see where some of these rounds land. Not that bad. It'd be good to set some more stuff on fire. Again, I'm really sorry for the Dutch people whose town we are ruining. But in the end, you know, if we want to liberate you, we're going to need a little bit of destruction here, so to say. So we got that round in. Hope kind of wanted to just keep on firing rounds until we take out the Germans that are around here. So it refuses to actually fire, so we'll do it ourselves. That being said, this little sort of 5-man assault section that's left has... Is there a German in that doorway? There's just an MG42 gunner right here in this doorway. Okay. Can we get him with a grenade is the question. Nope. That's not really even near at all. Alright, we sniped him. It's really hard to see here where anyone else is. I believe this building might be safe. Although there is Germans across here, so we need to somehow get through. Okay, we've secured this building at least. Let's get him out and in the next building. Okay, good. Grenade. Wait, we have a Willie Pete grenade? Oh, incendiary smoke grenade. What does this do? Okay, that might not be a good idea. Trying to take out this German that's outside. The thing is, we're in this building, so it's really messed up. Oh, there's someone shooting at us from really far away. That might be that guy right here. Why don't we lob this Willie Pete smoke grenade right here and see what happens? Oh, that's sort of danger close. No, that was really danger close. No, I'm so sorry, buddy. Oh, no. Don't set us on fire, please. That was a war crime. He waited for him to burn. Okay, that was bad idea, bad idea. Oh, that was really brutal. Is it FG-42 or something that just sniped us from one of these windows? It looks like it's something. It came from here. We lost just 2 or 3 guys right there trying to cross. We even lost one to friendly burning. That's not really a good idea ever. That really sucked. Oh, I meant to get this guy out of there, but I didn't. Now we're also getting sniped by German infantry from across. That, if anything, that Willie Pete grenade or the white phosphorus grenade didn't do anything good for us, so to say. So that was kind of bad. I need to take out the Sturmgeschütz, though. We also need more infantry up front because I don't want to be driving through here without knowing what's actually here. I should be able to drive through this. What am I stuck on? Oh, it's like a rock right here. Okay, I didn't even see that. Okay, good. We're getting through it though. We're getting through it. Mortar still engaging. So notice Sturmgeschütz is right here. We can't really push up left. We can't really push up right. This has actually turned out to be a little harder than I thought. It seems like the majority of the Germans have been eliminated from the area here. Maybe if we get a Willy Pete grenade on that Sturmgeschütz, that'd be good. We can load some more Willy Pete grenades to try and hit the left side of the town. Obviously, this is only a victory once we fully burn the town to the ground. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. We're not Germans or Soviets. I'm actively trying to obviously destroy or as little as possible, while at the same time also trying to keep my guys safe. And so far, we've lost probably close to 40 guys, but you know, there's no medic system in place. But let's say that I've rescued half of them and they're not actually dead, although the burning guys are probably pretty fucked up. Obviously, trying to get a Willy Pete grenade to land exactly where I want it to is relatively hard. That seemed to be relatively on target, though. It'd be nice to get an actual good shell to land. Oh, that's going to be dangerous. Never mind, I pulled my guys back. I forgot. Sort of okay. I would love to take out the Germans on the left so I can push more left and get a flanking shot on the Sturmgeschütz. Though maybe we can just burn it to death. Okay, that might be good. Nope. This is turning into an actual war crime now. We need to send up... Actually, let's keep these guys here. We might need, like I said, we might need another platoon or at least another couple of sections to show up here for this battle, because I don't think we're doing all too hot. Sturmgeschütz definitely still has eyes on. We can get below the eyes of the Sturmgeschütz behind this building. There is still some Germans left alive there. We can see that very clearly. I don't know if they're going to surrender. I doubt it, though. So we need to push our Sherman up. Use the building as cover. Oh, that building came down. I'm sorry, farmer, whose building that was. Oh, man. Okay, we have pushed up. Decent position. They're still covered by the barn. I don't think it has the depression or the like movability of the gun. Oh, took a shot, which means mortar time. Probably want to stop using the Willy Pete because we're burning his entire town to the ground. Let's see if we can get some. Oh, forgot that you cannot press F3 when you're doing the editor. So let's just throw some smoke grenades. And once the smoke grenades are out and popped, and they are formed, we'll try and run across to the left side right here. 3, 2, 1, go, 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 you beautiful bastards. No! God damn it, I got the section lead. Which sucks because he had one of the Sten guns. Now we only have one Sten gun left here, not two. Who's shooting at us over here? It's actually really hard with the map turn off. I didn't expect it to be this hard. Get down! Someone's hitting us here. Pretty good, too. Is there like a guy? Oh, there's just a sneaky bastard right here. Close, but no cigar. I'm waiting for my infantry so they can push up more. At the moment, the Germans are just heavily entrenched, and they're different. The fact that they're entrenched and they have quite some veterancy, which maybe I should have turned down, considering they're not the actual like elite Fallschirmjäger, but they're more of a formation of like Luftwaffe troops, etc. You know, it's some things that I guess you learn over time, and it's something that I learned now. I should have toned their veterancy down a little bit, considering these guys aren't supposed to be the elite Fallschirmjäger. Willy Pete? No, it seems like Willy Pete has a mind of its own. Whenever you shoot it, it just decides, like, I'm not going to go anywhere near where you shot it. That might have been better. Nobody on fire. Oh, no, that's one on fire. Sherman. Sort of like pushing through here. I think we might get some eyes on some of these guys. After we clear the Sturmgeschütz. Though I'm being very stupid here. We need to definitely get some infantry up to try and get onto this area here on the left. We cannot have this tank go without any support, obviously, so. It does look like we could destroy some more property. We could destroy some more property and actually take out... Is this guy still alive? How? Oh, he just went prone. Okay, it took a couple of shots, but he's been eliminated. Next up would be this Panzerfaust infantry. I don't know if we can see him with our machine guns, though. Okay, it doesn't seem like it. That HE shell was straight over his head. These guys are still holding their area here. We can't really move across. How about we just move like 4 dudes over here? Run, 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 run. I should have moved this Brent carrier up a little bit more, but... Get up and... Okay, we're in. We're securing the town. It's just going slow. I definitely didn't want this to be a 3-minute battle. Obviously, I'm now noticing that this is going to be more likely a 30-minute battle, but in the end, I prefer the latter to the first. Ooh, that Willie Pete was very close to him. We need to move this unit up 1, and we'll move this group up behind them. Move, 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 move. Okay, we're sort of safe. I think we lost another guy right now. Damn it. Listen up, people. All are ready for orders. Can we load HE, destroy this part of the barn, and then get it to very close range shot? Because I think the Stug might still be tracked. I don't think it has the angle here, so we can actually just push in and destroy it. It's a very dumb angle. We got the engine. I don't want to be too close, but at the same time I want to make sure that okay, that's the crew dismount. Crew is dismounted. The Sturmgeschütz has been eliminated. Okay, well, we'll put that in a museum later. Let's see, there shouldn't be too many... Now there should not actually be that much... That was a weird way of saying that. There shouldn't be that much stopping us from pushing forward. Let's push our... Pull our Sherman back just a little bit. Okay, Sherman is doing its job. We'll move these infantry across the river now. We may be able to do this in just one section. We're going to find out. Obviously, the mortar and the Sherman were going to be a large part of our troop movement here, which was to be expected. Willie Pete loaded, please. Willie Pete. Halfway reloaded. Hopefully this doesn't go short. It'll destroy my dudes. Move to this wall. Sherman has got eyes on units engaging. My men, god damn it, he got hit in the head. He got hit in the head too. Okay, we need to get these guys down before they're all going to get eliminated. Get cover behind the truck. As we move our squads, sorry, sections across the river, but we are getting getting a little bit wrecked here and there. Germans are definitely more entrenched than I thought. Let's move the Brent carrier with the mortar up even more. Okay, we're good. Starting to figure out how to do this, but it is bloody, which, I mean, what's to be expected, I suppose. Let's move the machine gun team here. And hopefully... Oh, god damn it. There goes the Brent carrier. Sherman there is heavily destroying us from back there, so our mortar just has to be more on top of it with more shells, which in turn will just destroy the town further and not, you know, will not really help. You know, we'll liberate a town through a sheer force, I suppose. Gonna get the eyes on there. Okay, good. We're not pushing around the river on the right side. That Willie Pete shell could not have landed anywhere worse. That Willie Pete shell almost landed in Berlin. seems that mortar is not the most accurate weapon in World War II. That was to be expected as well, I suppose. But I mean, here in Robz, they're being a little bit difficult. Let's do attack ground. Does that work? Sort of. A little bit. Loading Willie Pete. It wasn't necessarily that close. Alright, my Sherman, however. Get the Sherman back. We'll use it as cover for the infantry as they push around the right side here. We definitely could, obviously, use some infantry to push around the right side. The Germans are entrenched still heavily back here. They are also slightly being burnt, but in the long run here, it seems to be relatively ineffective. We're kind of hoping that one Sherman and one mortar would be enough, but these the Germans are just in such a strong position. I'm having a really hard time using this to its like most effective way. I feel like the Germans are just so entrenched in the tank, just can't really make the shots work, because the guys will take a shot and they won't really re-peek again right away. So we have to take out guys with this machine gunner. Oh, well, we took him out. Right. He's not coming back. Move up our Bren carrier. Just load some more Willie Pete, as is tradition. That was a good round, actually. Okay, let's get our section to move right in front of the Sherman. Sherman's also moving, so we're trying to just use the Sherman for cover. Also, suppressive fire. If we do see anything, the Sherman can engage. Our entire section here is now engaging something. There is Germans still all around here. So let's just... Oh, that didn't mean to hit that. There goes another Fallschirmjäger down. Section has made it across. Mortar carrier pushing up. Okay, now we're doing some sort of... we'll keep the left side a little bit less heavy than the right side. Right side is a little bit of a better place right now. We do have Germans who are on fire. Obviously, not a very pleasant way to go out. Let's load a Willie Pete shell more like near these houses right here. Right there, firing. That mortar shell's gonna land like right here. Did you guys see the shell land? Or if like the way the angle was? That was ridiculous. That one's also going more left, it looks like. Okay, that actually was kind of on target. Alright, Sherman, push up. Section. Get down, get down. We found a machine gunner. There we go. We blew him away. Literally. He was blown away by our Sherman in more ways than just one. Looks like I might need some extra infantry to man this mortar carrier at the moment. Okay, mortar carrier should actually be up to full strength right now. Look at that. It's actually a lot more maneuverable now. Oh, grenade! Buddy, run! I think with that HE shell, we took out the wall. Fallschirmjäger has been eliminated. Let's turn on a map and see how good or how bad. Okay. I just wanted to turn on a map to see how good or how bad we're doing. So it seems like the Germans have done a lot of damage here to the Allies, but... you know, as I said, the fighting in the Netherlands was a really hard fight. It was a really hard fight. The way that the country is basically with a lot of bogs and marshes and the dikes that obviously save us from being flooded. It also is a really hard area to fight in for anyone who isn't very familiar with it. And last but not least, you got to get your men across rivers and small ditches, and it just turned out to be such a brutal area to wage war in, especially as the Germans were maybe not as experienced. A lot of them were replacements, and were not maybe as well trained as some of them were, during the battles of France and Poland. But in the end, if you give a couple of very fanatic 18 and 20-year-olds weapons and you say, hey, this is how you use them, this is the people you shoot at, and the only thing they have to do is just look at this position and, you know, pull the trigger, considering they're in defenses, they're well covered. You know, it was a very bloody fight, and especially in the Scheldt, which was just absolutely brutal. The Canadians were trying to cross the Scheldt River in basically like mini Omaha Beach, where they were under fire constantly in their LVTs as they tried to cross the river, and it was brutal. It was a brutal fight. In Netherlands, and I say this as like the Netherlands, I meant to say Dutch people in general, we've always been, as far as I was alive and can remember anyway, very grateful for the sacrifice that Canadians have made liberating our country. And it still is a very big thing. I mean, we still send tulips and other flowers to Canada every year. And I actually saw a documentary, because I live in Canada now. I saw a documentary on TV, and they actually had a Canadian like TV crew go to my country and just ask some people questions and stuff. And it was very. I'm trying to find a word for it. It was not like humiliating, but it was very like. It made me feel like an actual proud person to be Dutch, considering, you know, you guys put your lives on the line, and, you know, a couple thousand of you never made it back home. But it was very, I don't know, like it's humanizing. I'm not sure what the word is here, but it was very beautiful to see that even now, on that like on that TV article they did, how Dutch people still treat Canadians, and how we try and keep your graveyards in our country in tip-top condition and stuff. So Dutch people do really appreciate it. Obviously, it's been a long time. It's been like 75-ish years now. I still know for a fact people talk about it and think about it multiple times a year, and I think that's a really beautiful thing. Okay, now I need to get rid of this German in his house. Sir? Okay, that was sort of brutal. Now we lost a lot of men. I definitely didn't expect the Germans to be this well entrenched when I set them up, but they were really, really well entrenched. With that being said, I believe... Oh, Panzerfaust, that's kind of dangerous. Need to watch out here. With that being said, we have just cleared the map. Wasn't without loss, like I said. We lost a lot of good men here. Though let's assume that some of them, or most of them, are probably able to be healed up and sent back to Canada or the UK to get, you know, treated, because there's no medic system in Editor as far as I'm aware. But that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this first episode of this new series I'll be doing, and love to see you guys in the next one. Cheers!